resist your touch, even when it hurts this much. You have my all. You are my downfall. Crush me and keep me for eternity. Break me in your hands, love, where I will always be. Crush me into pieces, all of these pieces. Crush me and keep me for eternity. Tired and I'm wanting to embrace this haunting feeling deep within, the ache of you beneath my skin. You have my all. You are my downfall. Crush me and keep me for eternity. Break me in your hands, love, where I will always be. Crush me into pieces, all of these pieces. Crush me and keep me for eternity. I don't wanna give you up. Maybe in time you'll love me just as much. I've got a way of making mistakes, and you've got a smile every time my heart breaks. Crush me and keep me for eternity. Break me in your hands, love, where I will always be. Crush me into pieces, all of these pieces. Crush me and keep me for eternity. And keep me for eternity.
Oi, cunts, it's the BonzCast, episode 12. We've got Jeffrey Ogie and Mr. Tiger as the guest slash co-host. And today we are going over the history of Ogie and all that he's done in Call of Duty and maybe even before that. So without further ado, I guess we'll kick it off. And how are you both doing tonight?
Doing good.
Splendid.
Having an all right. Is today Friday? It's a good Friday so far. Yes.
Another late one for us, but
It's about to get better.
yeah, it's only uphill from here. So, Jeff, I don't know if you want to start it off. I'm going to ask you a question to boot
Sure.
right here, if you're ready for it.
Okay.
What was the very first video game you ever played?
Oh god. Could have been PGA golf on the PlayStation 2. But
Okay.
actually, that's the first one I owned. Or something like that, or NASCAR. Maybe NCAA football. But before that, I had played a little bit of Tony Hawk. That was on PlayStation 1 at my friend's house.
And if you can strafe like a
And if
maniac,
you can strafe like a maniac, thank you for the follow, Dastn. Much love and wish you the best, pal.
So the first console you actually owned was a PS2 then?
Yeah, I had a PlayStation 2, and I never got a PlayStation 1, never got a PlayStation 3, or any of the other PlayStations. I stuck with Xbox after PlayStation 2.
Any PC games during that time?
RuneScape. RuneScape was one, and then like other games that you could play online. I would say that's about it.
Did you glitch on any of them before COD?
Oh gosh. I don't recall glitching much, but like in the Tony Hawk games, yeah, I guess it was Tony Hawk Proving Grounds. I think that was the name, or Project 8. There was like some cool stuff that you could grind on, like those telephone wires way up in the sky, and I always enjoyed doing that. So that could have transferred to my love of elevating and being in the air in Call of Duty.
Parkour.
Yes, yeah. And even now, like when I play Destiny 2, that's like one game I do play on PC a little bit, but I prefer like the newer CODs. When I play Destiny, I love those raids or dungeons that have like parkour and stuff where you can just jump. You can do strafing in that game, so I make use of that.
Can you
Nice.
strafing
So-
that game?
Yeah, you can get a little bit further if you do like a strafe jump. I believe. I mean, I'm almost positive strafing works in Destiny.
So with that, jumping beyond that point, how about Call of Duty? Like, what was your first experience with that, and what got you into it? I guess.
I almost put a video in here that was kind of like my history of gaming up to a certain point when I had like a PVR and I was trick shotting a little bit. I posted a video and I talked about how Call of Duty kind of started as just playing it at my friend's house. I had two friends that one of them he would always play COD 4 and the other one really liked zombies in World at War. So yeah, I started off playing COD at my friend's house until my parents allowed me to get Call of Duty 2. That was my first COD.
Okay. Nice. So then, in terms of recording, first device, and then like, when initially do you recall like enjoying montages, watching or making?
Let's see. Montages. The one that Steven mentioned in last week's is another one I can really recall watching, and that was Optic Predator's Predator montage. I definitely watched that like a couple times the first day it came out, and after that I got interested in sniping and quickscoping. But Zergriz, I know I watched The Matrix a long time ago. And I remember names like Moody Swede and Small Beans because I know like COD 4 had a lot of really good people on it back then, quickscoping.
Mm-hmm. So were you more of like a sniper lobby type of person, or did you like the glitching side of it right off the bat?
I'd say I enjoyed sniper lobbies because, I mean, who didn't? But yeah, around 2013 or so, I fell into a couple videos by Deemer, Crystal Nath, Your Uprising 2, and who else? I guess Galaxy Z7 or Soar Galaxy. He became pretty well known for Road to a Floater, and he's the one that started that thing on COD 4. So
Okay.
yeah, I did get into bouncing around 2013.
Nice. Well, I mean, that was kind of my initial set of questions. I don't know if you want to get into the videos.
Yeah. I'm good at starting some videos. Watch together. I'll full screen this and
Yeah, I'll kick it off when you're ready.
good to go. This one you only need to play like the first minute or
What's
so.
up, bros? Got some Black Ops gameplay for you guys today. This is some search
Alright,
and
so what are we
destroy
looking at
facts,
here?
and I'm using the Spaz
This is the
shotgun.
that guy who
And,
cams,
yeah,
also named Jeff, who
Oh.
last round I switched
kind of got
targets,
me
fixed
interested
the
in making
gameplay,
YouTube videos.
and I kinda
Before
feel like
this,
right
I mean,
now
I
is
made like some
I really
IRL
wanna play
stuff,
Black Ops, so, I'm just
and
gonna leave
I
you
had a
guys with
YouTube
this gameplay.
channel
I'll commentate
a
the next
long
one,
time ago
and
where
leave a
I started
comment if
playing
you guys
Black
want me
Ops
to live
on.
commentate the
So
German
this
Bundesliga
guy,
map first,
the
or
guy who
no.
camps,
So leave
was
me comments,
kind of like
and I hope you guys
my
this gameplay a
inspiration
lot
back
more
then
Black Ops
for
1.
starting
In
YouTube.
case you're seeing me the first time, my name's Jeff. I play Call of Duty Black Ops right now.
And it was likely just
and I
because,
do a
you
lot
know,
of
your
zombie
name's
stuff and a
matched.
lot of multiplayer
That just
stuff,
did
so
it
if
for
you
you.
enjoy,
That did.
go ahead and subscribe.
Indeed.
And if you like
I
this
liked his
video
voice,
and
and he
you
was
like
really good at
this, thumbs up.
zombies.
Thanks, and have a
Oh,
great day.
I do remember watching his videos too. He was good.
Yeah, he played COD 4 quite a bit before this too. So you can skip to the next video here, it's just a gameplay.
Okay.
But I want to give that little backstory. So I got my Dazzle around Black Ops time. Here's my first channel, by the way.
Jeff K.
Was that a cut?
I don't know. But these were probably recorded in theater mode. This is nice.
Hell
This
yeah.
dude.
I love these. Like I was saying, I love the tomahawks. I had like a little series going where I would do random tomahawk when it was really just like a spawn tomahawk.
What?
I had a bunch of those on my old channel. Everything is private now, so don't try.
So you would have fit in well with our Just Been Hawked group, it sounds like.
Yes, I sure would have. This one I freaked out. I just knifed like 5 times because it was a 360. By the way, we had somebody in the chat. Dastn wants to know when we'll watch a Taj of his.
He made a Taj.
Dastn montage. Oh yeah, it did come out very recently too. Parsec.
That's not one we watched, I take it.
What?
That's not one we've watched already, I take it. Must have been before Stevens.
Yeah, I think it was last weekend.
Or after Stevens. Okay.
We haven't watched it. And Tiger, if you want to add it for like a final video, because I kind of have like a bunch of my old stuff. They're very short. But yeah, we should watch Parsec, and we're gonna watch Finn's when that comes out.
Oh. Okay.
That's actually unbelievable.
Yeah,
That's-
that was
that's
like my
pretty
first crazy clip with a PVR, and I made it on COD Shot of the Day.
This isn't Dazzle
Oh
quality.
god.
Dazzle quality. What is this? Oh yeah, this is off-screen recording. What they used to do like.
Oh, this doesn't
10
sound like
years
Jeff
ago.
at all.
Yeah, well, I was recording this at my dad's house, and we got this sick no scope. And
This is a series I had on my channel called No Scope, No Skill.
Some World at War again. Just getting
I
lost
had
in this
another
game.
series called FFH,
And, you know, I
Fat
just-
Fucking Hit Marker.
Killed those 3 guys at the beginning,
And here we go.
then I see this
Love
guy.
this.
I'm like, kill him? Yeah. Pistol? No. No scope?
No.
Yeah. And then I got him. So this is pretty cool. My challenge to
This is
you
the
guys
enthusiasm all commentaries needed right here.
a week, and only a week.
It was pretty
Then
cool.
I will
That
give your channel a
shoulders.
shout out in my next video.
Yeah, I
Go
did
ahead and
that.
try to hit that. Send me the video if you get it in the
I
next
wanted
week.
people to do the same
And see
spot,
you
and I
guys
don't
later.
think anybody did. I didn't give them long enough.
1 week.
Yeah, this is FFH, by the way.
Was
Yeah.
this like stock YouTube music, or did you pick that?
Oh,
DLC.
that one was actually a
Oh,
song choice.
Jeff.
I know, I've been practicing for years.
Wow, that's funny.
This is some old trick shot creativity stuff. I thought it was cool.
That's
Yeah.
kind of unbelievable that you had that exact spot.
Yeah, I know. I forgot I did. When we were going for it, I had no clue that this was even on YouTube.
You know, that'd be really cool for a climb bounce or something.
Yeah.
Probably not possible.
Are you sure? Why not?
I doubt it. I doubt it. Nobody with enough talent could ever pull that off, I feel like.
So here's my old Willie G response. Kind of trick shotty, kind of
Look at
bad. I should have gone from up higher, but I didn't know how to get up there.
I dig it.
So this video was a dual episode or dual mini that I did with my friend Winslow. And the backstory with Winslow is he was just this random dude I met trick shotting. And I'm pretty sure he used to set up for people in private match. Or he was like a dummy, but we became pretty close friends. And he ended up befriending Eric. So that's how I got into COD 4. Thanks to this guy.
Did he edit or did you?
Actually, I don't remember his name, but it was one of our like trick shotting buddies, just another kid.
Okay.
And if you haven't noticed, my name's, oh god, I've had way too many names, but I started off with like the name Heggy for some trick shotting stuff, and Get LS was another one when I was in a trick shotting team called Ladder Swag. That's where I met Galaxy.
Ladder Swag. Love it.
Oh yeah. We got recognized by FaZe Mosey and maybe Apex because we got in a game with them. And the best thing is, like, I hit a shot on FaZe Mosey. It's not really a good shot at all, but I think it's coming up in a little later video. And they subscribed to the Ladder Swag channel, so that was like our big starting moment.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
That was
like,
just,
dope.
that was just a Dragonov lobby. We were all going for headshots. Oh man, this brings back some memories. I thought they were gone. Yes, trick shotting was a phase for me.
Okay.
It was probably from like 2011 or 2010, one of those years. For like the next 2 or 3 years, I just trick shotted a bunch.
That's pretty much the same timeline I was on then. We weren't, honestly, we probably weren't that far off.
Yeah, we definitely got in a lobby together at some point back then. I guarantee it. And yeah, oh, I love private match. Like, public match just wasn't really my thing. I had some cool stuff, and I had like quite a few episodes trick shotting. But the thing was, like, private match was just so much better because I could feel like less stress going for stuff on a dummy, even though that's the way public is for trick shotters these days.
Mm-hmm.
Is that guy setting up?
Yes. But it's okay. It is Galaxy. And oh, just today I was trying to get Galaxy to send me an unlisted old Roto Floater video that he made, because he doesn't really do anything on his gaming Twitter, gaming channel anymore, even though all those good old Roto Floater videos should be archived. The only one that exists is on the SOAR channel, I believe.
I forgot about those ones he did, but yeah, those were good too.
And I think this will be the last private match fun.
So when did you actually, like, officially just stop trick shotting? Was there kind of a hard stop for it, or did you just kind of slowly fade out?
I guess it was kind of slow, but around the summer of 2013, it was between my junior and senior year of high school, and I'd done this like once or twice where I said, oh, I'm just gonna quit YouTube and stuff, because the next year is gonna be really tough, and then I'd end up getting back on. But yeah, like So,
They always come back.
the thing that like kind of bounced me into COD 4 was talking to Elixir or like starting to play and go for clips with like XY people.
When you started playing COD 4, was it like you were in as a trick shotter and then you slowly just kind of started liking bounces? Is that how it went?
Yeah, it actually did, because I would go on top of block or backlot and go for some jump offs, and that didn't last too long. I remember like doing elevators and going for jump offs was really fun back then, but trying to hit bounces was definitely a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
So it didn't take too long for me to kind of transition once I figured out how to do stuff.
Was strafing hard for you to pick up on?
Yeah, at first, because I always played on 10 and I had no way to. I love that shot, by the way. Yeah, I didn't really know what to do on 10 sensitivity, so I'd watch Spencer's Fictions and some other bounce videos where like low sensitivity was being utilized.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I picked up on, was 2 sensitivity, until I realized it's quite hard to snipe people in the air on 2.
Yeah, for sure. So what did you actually bounce on then? For sensitivity?
Definitely 10 cents to start. And when I was like finding bounces that were a little bit harder to do and I wasn't able to get the speed on 10, I would switch to 2, and I could have I could have like switched between 10 and 2 like regularly, or I don't remember if I stuck with 2 and just kept 2 for a long time. But when I learned how to do like a strafe on my left stick only for the most part, that's when I was really happy to go back to 10.
So you've, for the most part, finished on 10 then?
Yeah. At the end,
Okay.
I was always on 10. Like I do remember now I went between like 2 and 7 or 2 and 4, but 10 was like the final sensitivity that I like to use.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of the same way. I definitely started at 10 and then I went to 9 for a majority, like up until Uprising 3. Uprising 3, I was probably a 9, and then I think I went to 7 after that.
Yeah, and to explain that last video, I didn't want to put Crystal Telly's like best video in, so I decided to put the one that had 2 teleports in that he removed from his channel. But Crystal Napo is definitely a big name for me that I started watching.
Mm-hmm.
Him, Deemer, Spencer, Cooley, Eric, you.
Yeah, it was, I mean, there was so many people back then. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I remember meeting Hope, Charlie,
Mm-hmm.
and seeing his montage that came
Shank.
out. Yeah, and getting to play with him and seeing like him hit ambush car a bunch. I just didn't understand how somebody could strafe that well.
Back to the sensitivity deal, Tiger. How about yourself? What'd you start on and end at? I guess.
I was on like 4 for like the first from like 2009 to 2015, because I was watching tutorials that kind of sucked at explaining things, and I thought that's pretty much the only information I had, and it didn't make sense to me why everybody else was able to strafe better until somebody finally explained, oh, this is how you're supposed to do it.
Mhm.
My bio used to say strafe like a stupid communist until 2015.
Okay.
So Tiger, did you like to spin bounces much?
I don't think that was even a concept to me until like mid 2018 or something. Or maybe it was like Enzi or something, because I think Enzi was one of the first people that adopted me, and I did not remotely understand how they were doing better strafes on 10 than I had previously done on 4. So I didn't even figure that out for like the first year that I was recording.
Yeah, it is kind of a different world. The two different sides of it. I'm fairly certain I had no shot at ever figuring out how to do a low sensitivity strafe, nor did I ever do it.
Did it involve the left stick as well when you're on 2? Because I thought back when I was doing it, I was just sprinting and holding forward with the left stick, and I would jam my right finger into the right stick to go left or right. But is there more to a 2 sensitivity strafe?
Yeah,
Or 4?
You have to sprint at a particular angle for the best strafe. Some people even like begun to theorize it, drawing up diagrams like, I think it's a 38-degree angle from north and stuff like that.
A lot of it was just timing for me. Like, it was so hard to hit the jump right at the same point in time that you would normally do when you're winding around like that or whatever. That was the biggest problem I had.
Like, we used to go to Overgrown Barn and practice LMG, and so that would kind of like force you. It's kind of like the COD Jumper training map, where you would just sort of learn the right shape, the right timing, and then get it to muscle memory.
Oh, yeah. See, I did that same thing. Like, not for really any purpose other than just waiting, but up on top of Crossfire Roof, that little invisible part you can get on, kind of the stack point. I would just strafe into that invisible point and see how far I could get, and just try and get as far as possible. That I just thought of that now. I would sit there and do that for like 10-20 minutes a game if I was just waiting for people.
Oh yeah. Lixer had a idea on Pipeline where it's like that little house by Karate Tanker Bounce. You can go from like the red shipment crate to the roof, and you kind of alternate between SMG mobility, sniper, and then LMG, and that's like a good strafe trainer.
The gas station is like the best.
Yeah, that one is tough actually.
So what's this video for you, Jeff? What's the significance?
Okay, so this one I believe came out after Prosaic when I released my first montage, and you know, I think I got a comment from Deemer that said like, can't wait for P2, and I was super hyped about that, obviously. But this was just a really monumental time. The last Redeemer episode, I mean, the last Deemer montage, the last shit. Did I just forget what this is called? It's Elevation.
Well, you're not wrong. It's the last Redeemer montage.
Yeah. So this just like was the icing on the cake that I really wanted to continue doing bounces and try to hit better stuff. And I'd been waiting for Elevation 9 for quite a while, because I remember between 8 and 9, that's the time that I started bouncing. And I commented on the video like every maybe week or month or so, like asking, hey, when's the next one coming out? And then I got a comment back saying like pretty soon. Elevation 9 came out. That's not this one, but this one was just so cool to see how to do a tree ellie. I think this was the first one that showed going up the tree.
Yeah.
and District.
Yeah, District was, I think, the first, and then that, I mean, it all kind of popped off at the same time, but
Yeah. I'm sorry, I forgot it was called Elevation. That's embarrassing.
I'll be sorry. Jay will just disown you, that's all. No big deal.
Hey, Aquas, thanks for coming. We love you.
Desert camo, that's what I hit. Boom.
And another desert.
Yeah, I'm 40, I don't know about that. It's just not the same.
I don't know why I was putting on desert back then. It's only good on the R7.
I actually don't remember what I used on my M40. I don't think I used anything.
Yeah, you were a no camo M48 cog for the most part.
Okay, thank you. I couldn't remember. I thought it was that way.
And that's an
So I
example of my trick shotting stuff, like jumping off an ambush and here. Like you strafe like a maniac. What about like a Barrett? Did you use Barrett ACOG, you guys? Or Barrett rig?
For bouncing
Mm-hmm.
or just in general?
Like for a bounce. Here it is.
Oh,
That's sad.
Barrett ACOG probably more than reg scope. It was terrible. Like that. If you want to hit marker or bounce, that's the gun to use. I don't know.
Barrett. Or R7 ACOG.
I actually didn't have much problem with that. As the Barrett's just garbage. So
It's a slide of bounce.
1000%.
Yeah, I was definitely screaming when I hit that.
it's
Nobody
understandable.
sent me the reaction, but
That?
I wasn't screaming for mine. I just fortunately had Mishu fucking being a goon. That one's sick.
I don't even remember that one. I've watched this so many times.
it's kind of an obscure clip.
I always wanted that climber too. Fuck, that one's so cool.
It's alright, I hit it for you.
A lot of people did. That's what's disappointing. Oh, did I ever show you the fail one I had where it was accidental? Like some random guy climbed it. I bounced off the random guy climbing that wall. It was so ridiculous.
There
That
she
is
is.
nuts.
That got properly used, thank God.
Yeah. Was there... Yeah, Tiger, you had the pipeline one on a random. Like, you didn't quite do the thing. Right? But that one's probably still in the science folder, I'm not sure.
Yeah, that. I was about to ask if it was the one I'm thinking of. That was
So, Sean, did you feel like you had to keep stuff secret when you played COD 4 bouncing?
To be pretty frank about it, I don't think I was doing enough good bounces to really justify keeping it secret. There were definitely people doing better things than I was kind of around that time.
Oh, I had a little Easter egg right there. Should I
Might have to
reveal the
elaborate
Easter egg? If you go
Yeah,
like
go
10
for it.
seconds back on the cinematic, it says fuck Igor Zeno.
Where's, I didn't
It's in
see
the very
it.
bottom right.
Oh,
I don't remember why I put it, like why I didn't like the guy, but I think he was like a dickhead and Herb, Hammer, or Tyler didn't like him, so I put that one in. That might have been my only Easter egg for Presley.
really? Okay. I had one, and then my big edits. LAL had a few. Uprising 2 had 1 or 2. Uprising 3 has 1 or 2. I think maybe Dorian. Yeah, Dorian might be the only one that knows most of them. Those will stay Easter eggs. Is that same game?
No. not the same game. But I got a little out of enzyme. That's what I love about it.
Cheddar. What year was this?
The shape of that string.
Yeah, I was
That
gonna
was
say,
my
big
2
boy.
cents. This was 2014, about March 2014.
Oh, this was in Let's Teleport 17. Good bounce.
That guy
It's a
might have
great
been
bounce.
setting up.
What? Tragic.
I'll have to be right back, but keep it rolling. La Bamba, edited by Blitz, my favorite La Bamba.
I don't know how he made things so soft the way he did.
You're right, he definitely did. That opener is now in question. It's under investigation. Potentially set up.
Well, at least
Local
we're not
authorities
streaming
are on
now.
the case.
I wish I had a bomb bounce good enough for 3.
I'm trying to think. Oh, Finn was doing a crazy bomb bounce in private match. I don't know. Have you been on the PC grind at all, Tiger, or no?
I mostly play like with the laptop touchpad, so not very much.
That seems like it'd be problematic. Just my best guess there. I don't think that would work, right?
It looks like a random strafing, which I might as well be.
The fact that it would work at all is actually pretty impressive, though.
Like, if you just kind of like smoothly drag your finger across, you can kind of like bounce hut. That's about all I figure out.
Okay. I mean, that's still pretty dang impressive.
But you can use PC, like that tool that guy came out with that highlights all the barriers and walls and everything, all the surfaces. It was really helpful for like science, looking at things you can get on,
Yeah,
which
that
is
makes
kind of
sense.
what you need in the current age now that everything's been, you know,
Alright.
squeezed dry.
Oh, could force him with the
Yeah,
closing.
no, that definitely makes sense.
It's always made me wonder what it must have been like finding new stuff back when this was coming out. Like, I've heard that it was described as like an arms race and stuff.
Yep. For
Arms
certain
race is an
people.
interesting way of phrasing it.
I think that might have been Void's phrase.
It's not entirely wrong. I think a lot of it back then was like mixing really old COD jumper videos and like theorizing or testing if it's possible in console, like that type of thing.
Yeah.
And then once people were getting their hands on teleports regularly, and it's like, well, we don't need that. We can just go test it ourselves. So that was.
It was awful before teleports.
It was. Also, I think in mine and Deemer's case, it was kind of self-inflicted. We just didn't want to go that route, so we didn't. And
But
we didn't have readily available access to it either. So that was the other thing. It could be a couple times a year you'd have it.
The advantage, though, is, of course, getting to practice getting up there, because that's what you have to do online.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. It is a bonus of it. And I mean, it makes the whole process way more rewarding, too, as a whole.
You have people going in and like practicing crazy things, then they try to go online. It's like, oh well, I guess I have to spend 10 minutes in a team tac, hope the guy doesn't see me trying to get here, and hope that I didn't waste 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can hear me, right?
Because I mean, basically with all those
Am I back?
really complicated things, you have to do a team tech. You can't do it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, and especially, I mean, when I just wrapped up Uprising 3, it was so... It's really dead now, but it was still dead then, too. Just made everything such a struggle.
Dead is a relative term. What did dead mean at that time?
If they had a player count on the game, it would have been easier to tell, but I mean, it's like you can't hardly get ground wars. There's maybe one or two, kind of like now, but more reliable throughout the day. Team deathmatch was pretty good. In terms of self-inflicted wounds, like I am an absolute dumbass, and throughout the years, what I would do is, if there's a lobby I didn't like in team deathmatch or ground war, I would just go and report the players, like every player in the lobby, so I would not get connected back to it. So I guarantee I probably had 500 to 1,000 people like reported, and that made getting lobbies even bigger process. So
what would drive you to report somebody at that time?
Just so I didn't get back in their lobby. They weren't doing anything wrong, other than I just, they'd shoot me off some shit regularly, and I'm like, I don't want to go back in there. But it's like 1 out of 3 lobbies, so your odds weren't great. So I would report them and just sit and wait instead of having to go into that game again. That was the logic back then. It kind of bit me in the long run, but oh well.
Oh shit. Dude.
Even the possibility of having a choice, though.
I don't know. Did you ever report anybody, G, back in the day, to just dodge? To dodge. Yeah, I didn't either. I didn't. Okay. For sure. Like, there may have been 10 lobbies going at a time. I only had access to like 3 of them by doing what I did. So that did not help me whatsoever. Fortunately, if I queued with somebody else, I think that bypassed it, but that wasn't too often.
I'm pretty sure I fixed my mic. There we go.
Yeah, you're good. I think we're also supposed to talk about how Aqua's maybe the next greatest player in the North American servers.
He's learned how to elevate.
It's truly a miracle, and not because he wasn't able, but just how quickly he's done it. It's nothing short of miraculous.
I've watched him a couple times on Twitch. All I can say is go follow, subscribe. He's sick.
Maybe just arguably one of the highest quality webcams in the game right now. So there is that.
I think he should stretch it more.
A lot of debate going around that, but yeah, you're right. I think so.
I think it should be more vertical.
I think he should also tilt it a little bit. I think a little tilt would be nice.
Maybe warp.
If I don't leave an Aqua Steam,
but even grayscale it if he wants. So what do we got here, Jeff? What is this?
Yeah, I've been muted on accident for a little bit, but this is my first best of that came out, I think after Parsec 3. And I love the song by Starfucker. I put it to my best clips at the time and called it a day. There, I saw your name right there.
You saw mine?
Yeah, this was a team tech with you, me, and Mike.
Oh, hell yeah. Alright. Look at that. There I am. Hell of a name.
Damn. I used to play with First quite a bit.
Yeah, well.
You know,
Mikey's the boy.
you think we could get him on the BonzCast?
he said he's too good for it, so I don't know. TBD.
Yeah, I know we have some people that kind of are iffy at the moment, but there's got to be a way.
There's always the fallback of the Eric cast. The LLXR. The man, the myth, legend. Who apparently has more social priorities than we do.
Yeah,
I mean,
apparently having a wife means you have to go out to dinner on Friday nights.
Yeah, unbelievable. Where do we draw the line with that kid?
I'd rather sit at home and have some chicken.
At least I have chicken.
They are sick.
The Z7 King.
That clip's so good.
You didn't capitalize the Z.
I did that on purpose, and I don't know why. I thought I was being silly. There's like, I've made some spelling mistakes before on videos, though. Maybe one of them's like a really long video, and it's not worth watching. I think it's 30 minutes.
So what's your origin story on Float-On? How did you come up with the name? Obviously Floater, but like
Shoot.
the idea and the whole thing. Let's hear it.
God, I don't know if I have an origin for Float-On or La Bamba, besides somebody I knew back then gave me the idea. And
Wait, was it?
I asked people for clips and they gave them to me, and then we had Float-On and La Bamba. There's gotta be something else.
I forgot somebody else did that. Yeah.
What's another good 2022 montage, community montage related to bouncing?
2022?
We gotta wait till 2022 because it took like a year
Well,
for La Bamba
I mean,
3.
There's always Gigantonorminous Strafe, but I mean that's here or there. Just an option.
Arsenal 2.
Might need to get some sponsors for that one. Whoa.
Finally be able to release my video after that.
Is Arsenal the ON team Taj? Or
Yeah,
is that...
it's become a big team Taj. All gun, all snipers.
Oh, next comes Reagan's. It'll become even larger.
I don't think that the state of old gen servers could support that.
I died. Enough snipers. I mean, they got enough already. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. How many clips you got in there, Tiger?
I have.
Chad.
I know this is gonna sound weird, but 5.5.
Oh, you went the family route. I got you. A little, wait.
I don't get it.
I kind of
I can't
think I do.
um,
Tandem climber, or it's like a hit marker / then a kill after by two people? Am I on the right track?
You're on A track.
J-Track.
J track.
Son of a bitch. He's back.
Mainstream media. Well, it's probably a climber. Yeah, I wish I could say something about like Float-On and what came to my mind when I was trying to gather clips for this. And all of it.
Who is that?
That was Cripple IV.
Wow. Nothing better than the death curdling scream. When you get a dope clip, that's perfect.
Bitches.
It's a good video.
Speaking of Blitz, he presents a dual mini with me, Eric.
It's
Yeah,
so
we know what's coming, Aquas. Big bounces in the future for you. Eric LLXR.
He
I
could
can't say
still
the
come
nickname
on.
I gave him, but I would like to. Maybe for the air cast.
Was it poor choice of words?
I mean, not that poor. Nothing worse than you've said tonight a couple times. So
Here's my first quad feed.
wait, what?
Huh.
First squad feed?
On COD 4.
Now that I like. That's good.
And I always love seeing the bounce in pros on AFK.
I wish there were more ray gun
64.
bounces just in general. I mean, as long as it's not straight up ridiculous spraying. Some of them are actually, like that one's pretty cool.
What sensitivity was that?
That was a 2 cents district car. My reaction was 2 cents, man. Everything looks clean on 2 cents.
Free slow-mo.
That was your second ever quad feed.
Yeah, and I went on too. That was a lucky Ogie sniping clip.
What we got here? Run it back, a little closer. The encore?
Oh,
Oh,
this
he's
was
being cryptic again.
yeah. Blitz is always like this. This was to like kind of preview some clips for Conquest 3.
Am I blinking or is the screen doing it?
Yes. No, that audio. Classic.
Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention like when the prosaics were playing. I probably skipped 2 because it's not like the greatest, but it's either way. I was gonna say like all of these prosaics 1, 2, and 3 came out in a matter of 6 months for recording time, which they weren't too many clips in each one, but
That's still pretty nuts.
I got real lucky. I didn't want to show Prosaic 4. This is just a teaser for it. It's unlisted. Search it up on unlistedYouTubeVideos.com or however you
Nice.
find them.
Real website?
There's websites that do have links for unlisted videos. Yeah, I think Prosaic 4 could be found.
Wait, why is it unlisted? Am I missing something?
I don't know if it wasn't like really like well liked or if maybe it was just my choice. I didn't really like the final product for some reason, or I just wanted there to be.
Can we back that up here a second? Let's just back that up. Take a look.
There's
What
this guy setting up, I think.
I feel like I remember you telling me, plant the bomb on that side.
Something's fishy here, boys.
Yeah. My God. Yeah, Synergy was not a good team for me. I
Wait,
joined
what?
it. That was my join Synergy video, that last one.
Yeah, I know, but why? Like, elaborate a little bit.
There was no COD 4 players besides me and Harbor. And Harbor was friends with Kenny, some of the other spinners, and I didn't really fit into that group, or I just didn't play with them much. So I kind of just started spinning some things, scoping some other things, and Prosaic 4 was that. It was those clips, a lot of them when I was in Synergy or trying to get into a spinning team. Like I got kicked from Synergy. That was
All right.
the end of my attempt of being a trick shotter after bouncing.
On to bigger and better things, like the ladder.
I don't remember any Synergy videos with bounces, but I remember everybody who was in Sin making videos.
Who else was
Which I guess
there?
says more about
I remember.
energy.
I remember Gorb, Harbor.
Gorb, there was Chime. Um,
Oh, there we go. Is this you, Jeff?
No, this one would be Bloom.
Is that Sniper Sense? No, not
Yeah,
Sniper Sense, Sniper Mobility.
it looks like it. This
I never tried that bounce, to be honest. I could never bothered to try that one.
the one on the red window.
Yeah.
I didn't like it much. On PC, it's pretty easy, and you can do almost all of the windows. A lot easier than console. So this is actually my last mini that I ever like uploaded with the title mini. And I think it's a good way to end it. I know Mac, Bloom Bear, he carried quite a bit, especially this closing.
2 hot bounces and 1. It's pretty nuts.
how long were you in
Yeah, yeah.
ON?
What up, YouTube?
Yeah.
What up? I don't know the exact amount. I would estimate a year. 2016 to 17. So here we got one of the most liked, I think it is, one of the most liked Road to a Floater videos. After this I have a Road to a Mid game. And I wish I would have done like the same format that I do now back then, because what I would do back then is just have the one clip at the end, and that's it. I mean, that makes sense with the title, it's a Road to a Floater, but at the end of my videos that I started making on PC, I'd always like put a kind of like an edit where I would put multiple clips and put a song to it. And back then, I think that would have been way better.
I kind of like this format too, though.
It's Road to a Floater, not a bunch of floaters. Unless I had some fine print.
Maybe there's a road of floaters to the floater, you know? Think about it.
Say it again?
A road of floaters to the floater.
Yes.
I'm gonna start doing the Ellie in our spawn.
That's your justification right there.
Timing.
Oh, here's some tips.
Oh yeah, yeah. They take some practice, but basically, if you make a small enough angle and you do pretty small movements, you'll get it. They're not too difficult.
Oh. I mean, those tips kind of hold up even to this day.
Double their score. That's
Those are the, I think those are the two most important factors, your angle and your movements.
That wall is such a pain in the ass. I don't know why that one always beat me up. It's got, oh, you're on like a weird hill there. I don't know.
Yeah, you can do it on the back side.
Back was worse for me, I thought. The spot you're at now is how I always did it, but it's still...
Why does everybody go to that spot, that part of the wall?
This spot right here?
Yeah, if you go on the other side of the wall and then you go to the corner, you could do a prone right at the corner, real quick.
I thought you had to crouch it like right where I was going over. But,
Right there.
Alright, I'm going for the
It's a lot more safe.
Oh, that jump.
Just wait. There's another one coming soon.
The one time I had teleports, I did hit this wire bounce in private. I was trying to figure that one out. That one would have been pretty sick to do.
Boom.
Look at this cat.
It's
Flying
so
through.
weird. I gotta get your guys' opinion, because back in the day, would you guys walk barriers looking straight down? Or like, would you use the barrier of what's below you to like make sure you're going on the right part, or did you look at the mini-map?
Hell yeah.
I always use crosshairs.
That's definitely not what I did. I did a mix of both. I'd look at the ground. Well, I'd always look at the ground, but then sometimes I just purely use the mini map.
You guys have a good rest of the night. Peace.
Yeah.
Most of the time, I would go off the mini map more than I would look at the ground.
It's weird because I did that too, and then when I switched to PC, I think you can like look further straight down, and like you can use what's below you, and
Mhm.
use that to walk straight or make your turns. And I swear
Yeah,
it's
like if I was
easier.
ever gonna sprint a barrier, I would always look at the mini map. So it's like your I don't know the easiest way to tell how off center you are.
Well, now of course there's the HUD trick with the night vision button.
That I'm not familiar with.
Like your feet are like exactly in between like the HUD night vision button for the up and the right D-pad.
Hmm.
Whoa. Dang,
It makes
is that
sprinting it way better.
Oh,
that's what people
I
are
would feel bad if
kind of
it-
telling each other these days on console?
I've hit it once.
I don't know
and
if
the way it looked,
everybody knows it.
deleted the file.
Now they do.
Oh, never mind. I wouldn't have felt bad.
Well,
Fuck you.
so Jeff, let's hear the story of the switch to PC, like the year, timeline, whatever, and then the reasoning for it.
Okay.
What was his name?
2017, I had, and like I don't really mind talking about this kind of stuff because I would post videos a long time ago, or like I had one where it's just like covering my like mental health,
Do I need to tag him? Do I need to tag him?
and things went a little bit downhill in 2017, and I didn't want to play Xbox anymore. I'd been working for a little bit, but I was like kind of paranoid, or I got really whacked out in the head. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's not like it's totally related to my Switch, but it definitely contributed to like my motivation to not really care about Xbox. And I gave up on COD 4 for the most part for a couple years. I played PUBG. I played Destiny quite a bit. Um, but eventually, when I got like my good gaming PC, which was a desktop, and before that, I'd just been on a laptop. The new PC was what kind of got me interested in playing COD 4 and making videos again.
Okay.
That was kind of a long story.
So back to the mental health side of stuff. Was that at all induced by just playing, or was it purely outside factors?
A little bit of both. Like playing video games as much as I did back then wasn't healthy, and like a little bit of weed didn't help
Okay.
either. But yeah, the main thing I think was just smoking weed that messed me up for a couple times.
Okay. So once you got, well, I'm assuming you stopped to try and help
Yeah.
mediate the problem.
Hmm.
After that point, you've been fine.
Yeah, yeah. I've been good. Like
Okay.
the best I've been in a while.
That's good.
BonzCast. Nope.
That one's disgusting. The mic. Oh, I love it. I don't love it because that's painful, but accurate.
Oh gosh. And this here is the clips that I had on PC up until September 9th of last year.
Oh, I know this one.
I like this.
Did you do the cinematics in the edit?
No, this was all a guy named Ace.
Okay.
I think no, was he in Sacred? Sacred Ace?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's a real chill guy. And I love that right there. What he did on the pipeline clip.
I would say all of this has been pretty good so far.
I've hit this truck like 4 times and I finally got it the way I wanted.
The last one
Yeah.
around the corner you're talking, right?
Yeah, the one on pipeline off the pillar. I've been trying for that for like a year to bounce all the way over.
Hmm.
But there's one version of it where you bounce straight up, and then I had that one where I didn't get all the way over. That one was like my most ridiculous spin clip
Yeah.
ever.
Oh shit, we almost forgot the outro. Okay, I'll get that.
Oh yeah, and is Dastn's video in here?
I don't think
Oh.
so.
Can you look up Dastn Parsec?
Parsec, yeah, I got it.
So here's the final La Bamba. The reason, I guess, I don't know if I explained it well back when you asked, the reason I didn't really do Prosaic 4, or why I made it unlisted, is because I like the number 3. And I did 3 Prosaics, 3 La Bambas, and 3 Float-Ons. And the 4th one for Prosaic wasn't the greatest.
So did you edit or did somebody else do it and you weren't a fan of the results, or what was the deal there?
Oh yeah, I mean I edited it, but it was really slow and some of the clips definitely aren't that great. The closer's cool still, like it's a tiny bounce on shipment outside where you have to freeze to get out.
Mm-hmm.
I was pretty happy when I hit that. And some other clips are good in there, it's just maybe I like saw some comments and people are like, oh, this doesn't compare to the others. I don't know.
Heck up.
Well, before we get to the ending of this, I do have my necessary questions, which are number 1, favorite Call of Duty.
God 4.
Number 2, favorite player or commentator, doesn't matter. Basically, favorite YouTube COD creator all time.
Freaking hell. I was a really big fanboy of some FaZe people, but that was too long ago that I don't care. I'm going with Jay.
J Redeemer. All right. And then I think the last one I've got is favorite bounce you've hit and just in general.
I know this is so tough, but I'll just give some like runner-ups. Crossfire.
Oh, we don't do those.
It's all-time favorite. Hey.
Your all-time favorite, and then just in general, if you can think of one from
Alright,
anybody.
Bounce collat, because it's the slided bounce.
The downpour, or not?
Yeah.
Downpour one. Okay.
And you're saying favorite, like that somebody else hit or I
Anybody's
hit?
hit, self-included, doesn't matter.
I'll just go like my favorite. It would have to be Crossfire Endgame Float, where I hit table. I think that's
Okay.
that's the one.
All right. Well, that's all my questions. Now back to this video.
Oh man.
Do you have a favorite from this?
I have, you know, Finn's closer is so good. This clip as well. And you can't forget my clip that I hit on Berry Village on the bomb buried in the ground. Buried.
Yeah. That closer's just gross.
Yeah, he was going for that for a while, and he'd get really pissed off at, like, missing it just by an inch.
I'll have to tell you the climber idea we came up with. I don't know if he's mentioned it to anybody, but I'd like to see somebody hit it.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I
It's
thought
on,
of some.
it's on block. I'll afterwards I can try to explain it.
Yeah.
This video though,
This here's Darren Dastn. He played console for a good while. I guess he was a new gen when we were leaving Sean, but he's just so sick on PC when he switched, and he got good, super fast hitting, complicated stuff, and unfortunately he's done. He's deactivating his Twitter, and he's
Alright.
moving on, which is good
For
for
now.
I respect it. Was he around before I quit? 2016ish?
He came in at like 28, 19, 18.
Okay. I don't remember him on console side of things, but I definitely am aware now.
That was around the time that Ascends was finding lots of new people somehow. Ascends was kind of the gateway into bouncing for a lot of people
Okay.
in the later stage.
You know what I love about even still a lot of the bounce people are using punk or pop punk music. It's so good. I'm so happy that didn't fade off.
I know. It's a really good genre, and bounces go so smoothly with it.
Ooh.
That's a tough one.
I watched this. I don't remember that clip specifically, but that one's sick.
He's the king of block, by the way.
Did somebody else hit this? I swear to God, I saw maybe Finn or somebody showed me that stall stack, whatever you want to call it.
When you ping leg in the air. Finn hit
Yeah.
a different car. He hit the
Okay.
one that goes toward the pool. But
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
so
No, I
sick
wasn't
that-
completely out of my mind.
This one.
Yeah, that's really good. JK in the game. Look at that. Son of a bitch.
You know it.
Tiger, have you made your resist name yet?
I have one account.
Well, that's probably your issue then. If you want to close her, you gotta dial it in.
Join the resistance.
Yeah. Viva. What are your initials?
CVT works.
TVT
what'd you say?
resist.
What was it again?
TVT.
Oh, so TT?
TT
Is it?
resist.
Is it TT? Alright, I mean, it wouldn't be the best of all time by any means, but it works.
The tiger resist.
I like Avoid's. He made an Xbox gamer tag after M Strum Y. He had X Sacred Y.
I do like that. What would you guys think about a meme song about COD 4 bouncing, and it's called The 12 Days of Bonzmas? I could give you some lyric ideas. I'm really considering singing.
I mean, as a music professional myself, obviously, not to brag, but kind of a big deal in the music community. I don't know.
Yo, 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 yo. I wrote a rap.
I was making
I wrote a little rap song. I wrote a little
my
rap song.
bounces bring all the boys to the yard with Amanda.
Oh my goodness.
Pussy, marijuana, wanna. Pussy, 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 marijuana.
But of course, that that was lost when the hard drive crashed.
Ah, shit.
Can you help me auto-tune my voice, Tiger?
No. Don't do that. Don't do that. All natural, baby.
I got some quality lyrics. After the stream, I'll give you the bars. So
I'm
thanks
glad I
for
could.
watching the BonzCast, everybody. This is a nice short one, pretty easy. We would like to give a warm welcome to our co-host, Tiger. Thank you.
There's one Call Me Deemer in the chat asking to be modded. I'd say let's reject that.
It's a first-time chat. He missed out on the other one, so he's...
Ooh. He's been following since October 16th. He's got a few more months to go before he meets the criteria.
Give him a
So
mod. Mod that
I
man.
don't know if I can. I'm not even a mod.
I'd have to log in again.
Oh no.
We'll get
Sorry,
you.
Jay.
Get you next time.
Jay, you gotta subscribe first before doing that, buddy.
And if you can strafe
Oh,
like
I
a
should
maniac,
follow.
Oh my gosh, we have a new follower. His name is Valiant.
Violent?
The
The
Valiant.
We have
That's the Valiant.
TVT. Thank you for following. Hey, TVT, I think I should give you a mod. Thanks.
TT Resist follows up. Clutch. Love to hear it.
So next time we're live, it could be with Eric, and we're hoping to do like a Eric solo cast like this, and we'll see you there.